What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another Cryptid Saturday, and today we are going over the Cryptids of Kansas. So, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really get a chance to read this article. We're just gonna kind of free fly it. I know for a fact there is another Bigfoot for the Bigfoot counter. And yeah, let's just see what this particular state has to offer in cryptids. I think I only found four of them in this article, but it'll still be kind of cool to check out. So let's go and check out the cryptids. But before we do that, though, guys, please remember to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, follow me on all my social medias, which are coming up at the end of this video, as well as drop some comments down below with what you guys think, and turn on that notification bell. So, before I get into this article, guys, like I always like to say, I don't own the rights to these articles. I use them to push along information. This particular one is coming from onlyinyourstates.com, and if you'd like, please go over there and show them some love, but if not, stick around because we're going to go through this together. Four strange creatures and cryptids that have been spotted in Kansas throughout history. Sinkhole Sam. Sinkhole Sam is a longtime legend from the Inman Lake area in McPherson County. Legend has it that after the Inman Lake area was drained, it left sinkholes behind as shallow puddles, the largest being named the Big Sinkhole. Two men were reportedly fishing in the Big Sinkhole and saw Sam, describing it as a long, snake-like creature measuring somewhere around 15 feet long and as wide as an automobile tire. The creature was allegedly living in caverns below the freshwater lake, which would serve as the perfect hiding place and reason no one else had seen Sam before. Some speculated the creature to actually be a Fupin-Gurkle, some species thought to be extinct, and one that this writer certainly has never heard of before. No one has found any more evidence of Sinkhole Sam, but may explain it away with an underground cavern home theory. I don't think it's really a big snake that's living inside of these caverns, though. If I had to take any kind of a guess, I would say it's probably, I don't know, maybe it was a snake the guy saw, but it probably wasn't like a giant snake like they were saying, because they just don't get snakes that big in Kansas. But I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think out there? Um, Maybe there is some kind of snake down in Kansas, but I don't know. I think it's highly unlikely. Probably a mistaken identity. Maybe they did see a snake. Maybe they saw a big fish. Uh, but hey, let me know what you guys think. The B-Man, and we got another check mark for the Bigfoot counter, guys. Like, believe it or not, Bigfoot has been in almost all of the 50 states that I've gone over in this series so far. The B-Man is a monster of the Kansas City area and has reportedly been spotted on both sides of the state border. The legend can be traced back into the early 1900s when it is said that a curious train wreck and a 12-foot tall gorilla escaped. Many believe the real B-Man sightings were of the offspring of this escaped gorilla and have been able to catch it yet. Other sightings have compared the animal to more of a coyote or wolf, but standing on two legs, and just a little too human looking to be a normal animal. Footprints have been found spaced out too far to be a normal man's stride, but no sightings have happened for a while, likely due to the alleged escaped gorilla's lifespan. Okay, this is probably the most logical explanation for a Bigfoot tale that I've actually heard thus far. It does make sense to me that this train happened and a gorilla escaped, but it probably wasn't like a pregnant gorilla, and even if it was, like, it probably didn't survive through that winter. But if it did manage to, then that would have given perfect credence to this particular story. So I'm almost inclined to say that that is probably what this was. It was an escaped gorilla because it actually says it. So, but that's kind of cool though. This is the first, like, Bigfoot encounter that we've had that's I can actually tie to a real animal and just straight up Bigfoot. Apparently, that's one of the cooler Bigfoot drawings. Way down in the southeast corner of Kansas, where it meets the other states, there have been reports of Bigfoot sightings, with some reports dating back at least 100 years or more. Soon after the Civil War in Crawford County, there were reports of a wild man or gorilla roaming the wooded areas, either on its back legs or all fours. According to the report, it looked too much like a man to shoot at, and no one was able to capture it to know for sure. Other sightings describe the same sort of creature with shaggy hair, 5 to 6 inches long, and a very wide gait. Plenty of people are skeptical due to hoax calls and practical jokers, but the people who have seen Bigfoot out in the wild often believe in him forever after that. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe this one was just a person. It was they could have seen, like, a Native American or just straight up like a hillbilly out there in, animal skins would have given you that. So I think that would be my logical explanation for this, but also Kansas is pretty much a Bigfoot hotspot, so it could very well just straight up be Bigfoot. Pterosaurs in Kansas. Now that we've had our share of furry giant men in the forest, the next sightings are of a long extinct, or is it, dinosaur known as the pterosaur. This creature was actually native to Kansas millions of years ago, back when the western interior seaway covered most of our region with a wide expanse of water. The largest pterosaur fossil had a wingspan of more than 25 feet, which is mind-blowing to think about, flapping around the sky. Like modern birds, their bones were hollow, allowing for easier flight as they glided through the skies. They have been sighted all over the world, but multiple witnesses have spotted at least one in Kansas, west of Cheyenne Bottoms. Considering the pterosaur's wingspan, it would have been hard to confuse it for a large seabird, because there's simply no bird to compare it to, considering the great albatross has a wingspan only reaching about 11 feet. Considering they've been spotted all over the world, what do you think about a few still existing today? I am willing to say they did not see a pterosaur, more than likely. But like the fun part is they could have seen a bird. It's just like depending on how you see it, birds' wingspans can look bigger than what you think they are. And the fun part about the sky is there's never like anything for you to compare it to. Although there are people out there that still think thunderbirds still exist. So I mean, if there was a surviving population of terror birds, like around mountains is probably the best spot you're going to have for finding them. So, I don't know. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. My money's on a big bird, but, I guess we're just going to have to kind of wait and see what happens. All right, well, guys, that was pretty much it. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope you guys found some of the facts interesting. That was pretty much it for the Cryptids of Kansas. I only found like 4 of them. There's probably a lot more I could go into, but I could also give that other videos. So if you guys know of any that I did not cover about Kansas, please drop those comments down below. Yeah, and all everything else, guys, hit that like, comment, subscribe, follow me on all my social medias. And I will see you guys in the next Cryptid Saturdays.